From the News Channel 5 Network and Urban League of Middle Tennessee, this is Urban League Live.
Hello, Middle Tennessee, and welcome to Urban League Live. I'm your host, Clifton Harris, President and CEO of the Urban League of Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee is growing bigger by the day. According to 2023 population data from the U.S. Census Bureau, Nashville, Clarksville, Lebanon, and Murfreesboro were Tennessee's fastest growing cities last year. Accompanying that growth is the need for a better economy for all Nashvillians, all who are underserved, Nashvillians living in poverty, as well as those natives that are underrepresented in our communities and have been displaced because of the tremendous growth in Nashville. North Nashville, Germantown area is a great example of that. More than 50% of the area is black and served as the home of historical black colleges and universities like Tennessee State University, Meharry Medical College, American Baptist College, and Fisk University. Since its inception, the Urban League of Middle Tennessee has been committed to enhancing the quality of life for the underrepresented and the underserved groups throughout the Middle Tennessee area. Some of the ways we do that is through economic development and workforce development. So let's take the Germantown Kroger's on Monroe as an example. It's a perfect example for our topic today, and we're talking about the store is undergoing major changes to accompany the area's growth, and for the Urban League of Middle Tennessee, it is serving as a major partner to assist in this project, and the renovation of the building will be extensive and have already begun, and updates to the grocery store will create more jobs and begin soon, but we're going to talk to our two experts about that. So we have joining us today Ms. Shantavia Webb, Nashville Division HR Leader from Kroger, and Lauren Bell, Kroger Corporate Affairs Manager, to discuss more about the project. So Shantavia, Lauren, welcome to Urban League Live, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having us, Clifton.
Yes, it's truly great to have this opportunity to update the residents about what's going on, and you've got some exciting news that you're going to bring forth and to create a lot of opportunity for the neighborhood. So let's jump right in and talk about it just for a minute. So tell us a little more about these opportunities and the kind of positions that you're going to be creating for the area, and what's going to happen with the store on Monroe.
Well, thank you. So Kroger, in general, we've been hiring a lot of people, and we're hiring we hire everything from part-time positions and even thinking about specialty positions like cake decorator, florist, all the way to department leader positions, and ultimately we want to hire people to be managers within Kroger. So
and I didn't think about cake decorators and all, so you got a lot of people right in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So including pharmacy technicians as well. So we'll be hiring for all of that.
That's great. Lauren, how do you see this project?
Well, we're thrilled to be able to remodel this Germantown store. This store opened in 1995, and we have not remodeled that store since 2015.
Oh,
so
wow.
To say this is a long time coming is an understatement.
So it's going to create all kinds of new opportunities for the community,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
That's some good news. So when we talk about workforce being the backbone of the work of the Urban League, and we've been so fortunate to have the opportunity to be in partnership with you all on so many things, let's talk a little more about some of the other groups and organizations you all work with, to help fill those positions that you have at your store. Because this is a great opportunity to shout out to some other organizations. Right. We're not just the only organization. Of course, we're special, but yeah.
Yeah, so when I think about first and foremost what we look for in an associate of Kroger, we want someone who is friendly. We want somebody who has a passion for people and a passion for results. And so when I think about also the passion for food, you get that from a variety of different resources, right? So we're looking for people, and we're working with organizations such as the Urban League, as you mentioned, but also things, organizations like Goodwill Charities of Middle Tennessee is one.
Great organization.
The Oasis Center. We're starting a new partnership with NICE, the Nashville International Center of Empowerment. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
I know.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
But then also things like Second Harvest. I know we do a lot of work with Second Harvest. And so I say all that to say, you know, when we're thinking about who we can partner with in order to help build our workforce at Kroger, as long as we have an organization where their passion is people, and we want people who have, you know, are friendly and willing to give our customers the service that they want, you know, we want to work with them. And we know there's a lot of opportunities at Kroger for them.
And in working with them, you want to bring the best out of them so they could be the best associate in meeting the customer, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We know at the very basis of it all, people want to be able to come to work, hopefully enjoy what they do, and then engage with people in a variety of different ways. And so I know most of our associates love working for us because they get to engage with so many customers. And so as we talk about just the different opportunities to grow Kroger locations specifically, I know you referenced the Monroe. You know, it's their store. So we want to make sure that we, you know, have associates in place at that store that make those customers continue to want to shop with us.
Yeah, I hear a lot of great things about that store, how diverse it is, and the products that you all carry go from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Right. So, Lauren, tell us a little bit and all about the process of how are you going to make this announcement?
Well, customers have probably already seen the fencing up around the store as we've done.
There's some telltale signs.
There's some signs. We've had some calls. We've had some questions. So fencing has gone up. There's work currently that's taking place outside the store, underground, with utilities and phone
all the
lines,
stuff you don't get to see.
That kind of thing. And then work will begin inside the store, probably in a few months. Okay. Of course, that timeline could always
construction
move
timelines
when you're talking
are never and all the definite.
But we'll definitely keep not only the surrounding community, but our associates as well as the public in touch with those timelines of what to expect when. We do ask for patience. A remodel is never easy for our associates or our customers. You might know where your peanut butter is on aisle 5, and it may not be on aisle 5 for a couple of weeks through the remodel. So that is something we want everyone to keep in mind.
So we're gonna put a pause right there. We're gonna come back and talk about where people can find their peanut butter. All right. So we'll continue our conversation with Lauren and Shantavia by examining the redevelopment project more closely, detailing its renovation and the overall changes and what that means to the community. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Urban League Live. We're going to continue talking with Shantavia Webb, Nashville Division HR Leader for Kroger, and Lauren Bell, Kroger Corporate Affairs Manager, about Kroger redevelopment project where they are helping with the revitalization of this community. And so, Lauren, Shantavia, let's discuss a little more about the renovation. Lauren, you were saying the underground work now is kind of going on, and soon the internal renovation is going to start, and then folks' peanut butter is going to get misplaced, right?
It could be moved around for a short time.
It's going to be moved around for. It's not going to be in its normal place.
That's right. That's right.
So doing the renovation, there's going to be some shifting around of things.
There will be.
But you're anticipating that difficulty, right?
Yes,
okay.
We are. We're anticipating that our associates will be prepared for that when customers come up and ask a question about where to find a product. But at the end of the day, that store will have an additional 20,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
So right now it's about 45,000 square feet. So we're looking at a pretty extensive expansion of that current footprint.
That's 65,000 square feet of store.
Yes,
That's a lot of space.
It is. So customers can anticipate an extended selection of fresh groceries. We'll have a Starbucks available. We'll have our Murray's
What?
cheese. Yes, yes.
All right
our
now.
Murray's cheese and our deli. We'll have pickup. Will also be available at that location that has not been there before. So we're really excited about the offerings that our customers have come to expect
Yeah.
when shopping at Kroger.
That's really cool. No, Starbucks too? Yeah.
I know.
Wow, inside. Banking services is going to be inside the store, maybe? Or you do you?
That I don't know.
No.
I
Okay.
don't think that's.
So what about the
confirmed yet.
pharmacy? What's
Still
going to
have
happen
the
to the
pharmacy.
pharmacy?
We'll still have the pharmacy there.
Okay.
We still have a fuel center there.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure I don't leave anything out. Maybe, but
So you're not taking it away. You just
No.
you're not taking
No,
anything away.
nothing.
You're adding stuff.
Absolutely.
Right. To make the
Absolutely.
shopping experience more pleasurable.
yes.
Right.
Well said. Yes.
Okay. So Kroger has been a valuable partner in the community on so many levels, right, throughout our entire community, and thank you all for that. So can you share some of the events that you typically support around the city? Because I would think a lot of people want to know, and a lot of organizations want to know, how can they, like the Urban League, partner with Kroger's?
I'll start off by saying that, while Lauren definitely is our subject matter expert on all the community events that we do, something that we're very intentional about is having leaders play active roles in community organizations. So I know we didn't mention it, but of course, I sit on the board of the Urban League.
I was going to mention that in a few minutes. Now you got ahead of me.
I know, but not just me. We have several leaders that sit on, a variety of different boards. But I think that also makes us very intimately, not just involved, but intimately engaged in
Right.
what those organizations stand for and what those organizations do. So I think that's also something that helps us to be able to engage at a different level, is being a part of those in that way.
Cool.
Yep, absolutely. And about 7 years ago, Kroger launched our Zero Hunger, Zero Waste initiative that you've probably seen
Yeah.
signs in stores. And the primary focus of that is to eliminate hunger in our communities and to reduce waste in our stores across our division. And so it's really helped us to kind of narrow our focus. Obviously, we're a grocery store. Food is a big focus, food insecurity. So we're talking food banks,
Okay.
tons of nonprofits in town that address food insecurity. It's also allowed us to create this robust food rescue program where across all 91 stores in our division, our major food bank partners and their partner agencies come and pick up rescued food
That is awesome.
every day. And that food is then used to go back to feed our neighbors.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. No, that's pretty cool. So tell us a little more about the remodeling and the type, or what it's going to take. It's going to be a significant investment. I heard millions of dollars is going to be invested into the store.
It is. It is. It will actually be close to $22 million investment back in that community.
That's huge. That's awesome.
It is.
No, I love that. Y'all going to bring the commercial back? Low, 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 low. I mean,
We'll talk to marketing. Yeah, it is a fan favorite.
Yeah, I love those commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, get them involved in the renovation and all marketing
Yeah.
and stuff.
I love that commercial.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Okay, so why was the decision made at this time to remodel this store?
Well, I'll say all of our stores are on a continuous rotation of being monitored for, updates. And as I said before, with this store opening in 1995, and it has not had a significant remodel since 2015, it was well past time.
You're going to show it some love.
We're going to show it some love.
That's
and
beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful when everything's said and done.
Well, I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so share with us some of the well, we talked a little bit about that. The square footage you said was around 60, going to be total of 65,000 square foot. The timeline, we're not really sure the timeline at this point because of construction. And you talked about the financial investment. So what type of impact do you anticipate this having on the community?
Oh gosh. Well, I think, as I said before, this is the expectation of, we want every customer to have the best shopping experience in all of our stores.
Okay.
And with an updated, remodeled store, that certainly will happen with a greater variety and selection. But also, as you mentioned before, this community has changed drastically since that store opened in 1995. And so, it's part of our responsibility to ensure our customers are being served in the way that we want them to be served.
Okay, that's a good point. So,
Yes.
So hold that thought right there, and we'll be right back to talk about that. After the break, we'll talk more with Lauren and Shantavia about the project and the positive impact they will have in Middle Tennessee community. And we'll look at some things that's going to be happening ahead soon, the events around the Urban League of Middle Tennessee. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking with Lauren and Shantavia of Kroger to discuss how the new Monroe Street Kroger development project will help an underserved and the underrepresented community. So the impact is going to have a big uplift. I understand that's one of you all's words when y'all were thinking about this project. So just what does that uplift look like?
Yeah, so Lauren already mentioned the financial investment in the store and in the community. One thing that we didn't talk about, and it goes back to our discussion around workforce development, is that this particular location will also add approximately 50 plus jobs to the store as well, which also helps with that uplift of the community, right?
That is good. Yeah. So get 50 more people employed there, give them good livable wage jobs. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing that.
And every group, we've talked to some of our nonprofit partners or some of our neighbors surrounding that store, just to give everyone kind of a heads up. When you see fencing up, everyone says, what's happening? And everyone has been so excited. What are the details? Are we getting a Starbucks? Are we getting pickup? So it's been very well received.
Well, good. No, that's exciting. So just because you see this fencing up, no alarm. Don't be alarmed.
That's right.
Okay. No one's going anywhere. Right? We're just making things better. So in the remaining time that we have, I want to give the two of you to just share with the community whatever it is you want them to know and all about Kroger's, the impact that you all are making, the good community partners that you all are, and why you value Kroger so much.
Well, personally speaking, I've been with Kroger since I was 19 years old. So obviously I love Kroger.
Wow, you started when you were a baby, huh?
Yes, I did. But the thing I love about Kroger and what makes me passionate about being in this role at Kroger is that I see the opportunity that Kroger has provided for me and others during the course of my career. And I know that once people start with the company, if they truly, take this as an opportunity to grow and learn, that the opportunities are limitless for them.
Yeah.
And so even as we think about, people who are starting as baggers and cashiers, you can find those stories all across Kroger that I've been with Kroger 30, 40. I started as a bagger and now I'm this senior level position. So the one thing I'd want people to know about Kroger is that it's not just a grocery store. I mean, if you're majoring in, health or pharmacy, or maybe you're a nurse, there's positions at Kroger that support what your passion is. And
there's
so
management positions and executive level positions at Kroger as
all
well.
of that. And so I think, some people see Kroger and they only think I can only do things that are in the store. But I think Lauren and I are both a testament to you can do that plus so much more.
Oh, cool. And did I mention that you're on the Urban League board?
I am. I love that. Thank you for allowing me to do that.
And I will just add to what Shantavia said. Part of what I love about our company-wide mantra is we come in and support stronger, healthier communities in the areas where we do business. And on top of the nonprofit organizations or community organizations that we work with, our associates get really passionate about volunteering at those organizations. So, for instance, we will have just wrapped up our Salvation Army food angel tree program where our customers can purchase gift cards. Our associates get behind that. They get kind of competitive with each other about those food angel tree cards. And then also going to volunteer at the Salvation Army and help with that program. Yeah. And that's kind of across the board at all of our organizations. And a lot of times they'll call Shantavia or myself and say, we really want to do this. Can we volunteer here, or can we do this for this school? And absolutely, absolutely they can.
Yeah.
Great.
I think it goes back to our purpose is to feed the human spirit. And when you think about what that means, we're a grocery store, so you automatically think food, right? We want people to eat, but when we talk about feed the human spirit, it's exactly what Lauren mentioned. Being able to step outside your role and give back to the community, making sure you're able to truly feed the souls,
That is
not just the stomachs of
great
others.
stuff, and we're going to have to put a pause right there because we're going to have to get you all back. We're about to run out of time. So I want to thank you so much for joining us today, Lauren and Shantavia. And we appreciate all that you're doing to invest in the neighborhood. Thank Kroger. Tell them I said thank you.
We will.
Looking forward, our 57th annual Equal Opportunity Day Luncheon will be held on February the 27th, 2025. So stay tuned for more details on that. And I am your host, Clifton Harris, and see you next time on Urban League Live.